What's up, y'all? So, I've been watching videos for the last probably 2 weeks and seeing a lot of stuff going on in the so-called, I would say, producer community, as we would call it, as some of you guys would call it. And I gotta say, there's different classes and different forms of everybody. The viewers, the listeners, and I'm speaking of everybody that's on this side of musician, producer, artist, whoever that's involved in music. But one position that really becomes really, I would say, like if you're in this mode, you can't get out of your own way. If you're bitter and you a music producer, oh, it's bad for you. It's bad for you. It's bad for you socially. It's bad for you intellectually because you close-minded, stubborn. You know what I'm saying? When you bitter and you can't get over old traumas or old bad things that happen to you, then it's almost like I don't know. It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And there's a lot of bitter producers online. And I ain't talking about just the trolls, because there's people with big pages that are trolls themselves. They just don't know it because they don't realize that one thing is true, is that if you're bitter and you're still bitter from certain things that you went through, say it be in the music industry, or say it be, I'd say, from stuff you've experienced in your real life, regardless. Say it be both. You know what I'm saying? Say it be a little mixture of both. And you haven't got over them, like basically saying, like, you haven't gotten on with life, then it's gonna be very hard for you socially to get along with people. Whether it be online, offline, it's gonna be very hard for you to resolve conflicts. It's gonna be very hard for you to see things differently than somebody else and not being able to understand somebody else. It's gonna be very hard for you to do that. And I don't know, I'm speaking to somebody out there. I don't know who I'm speaking to, but there are some bitter ass motherfucking music producers in the music producer community. I'll say it, I'll go ahead and say it. Y'all know who y'all is. I'm calling all y'all niggas out. Y'all leaving fucking comments and shit. The bitter, we talking about the higher end people that got big pages, that got an ego, that can't get over themselves, and we talking about the trolls today. We talking about the bitter music producers. We ain't talking about the bitter artists, because they not really in the command seat. They not really leading the studio. Who's leading the studio is the music producer. And when you got a toxic music producer in the studio, that's not good for the actual project, the actual music, the actual artist, anything that you doing. Trust me. There was a time like probably like 1 or 2 years I was bitter, and I had to get over my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? I had to get over myself, and I had to learn how to be in control and resolve old things. Forget about old shit that happened. It's a new day. It's a new plan. It's a new way of doing things. You got to forget about all that old shit. All that old music industry shit that you went through, that traumatized you. Niggas that did you wrong. Niggas owe you money and shit still. That shit, bro, forget about that shit. You feel me? Forget about that shit. If you bitter and you haven't got over deaths in the family, people you lost, shit that happened to you in the studio, niggas on you money, you ain't get your fair shake, niggas that stole your beat, you didn't ghost wrote for somebody, they didn't break you off, they didn't even appreciate you, but you supposed to not tell nobody, all types of shit. You didn't ghost produce for people. You didn't came up with certain ideas and you never got credit for it. Never was a conversation for you to get credit, but you could have. Get over that shit. Like them days is done. Cause I hear a lot of that shit online later. I hear a lot of that trauma still coming out. And not talking about the future. Not talking about the next ideas. It's like an old race car driver that you trying to hire to be a test driver for your automotive company. But they can't get over all their wrecks that they had on the raceway. They can't get over not being just too overly competitive. They can't get over that shit. Like, you got to get over your fucking self and stop being bitter. And I'm speaking to somebody out there because I've been there. I've been to the point where I was bitter. I got done wrong in the music industry and I was like, God damn, man, this shit, you know what I'm saying? Salute, brother, salute. So I've been done wrong before in the music industry plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Plenty of times. That don't mean you just be like, whatever. Like, I done been to some deals where I got half, nigga. I was supposed to get more and I got half just because I was like, shit, I gotta do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I'm from the ATL, brother. ATL. I wasn't born here, but I was raised here 39 and I would say 6 months. I came here when I was 4 months from St. Louis. My mom moved here from St. Louis. So my dad still live in St. Louis, so you know a little backstory on you can figure it out. You can figure out what they did. Yeah, she came here, he stayed there. Long story. But yeah, you know, ATL, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, it's a lot of people. Oh, Turkey. That's what's up, man. Salute. Salute from Turkey. That's what's up, man. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, man. Appreciate you tuning in. But yeah, there's a lot of bitter producers out there in the music world. A lot of bitter producers. A lot of bitter producers. There's people out there that they can't get over themselves and they can't get over old shit to move forward and actually make some new shit or make a new way, or just forget about old shit and stop bickering and stop trying to fix everybody. That's the problem with most of these bitter producers. They trying to fix everybody, but they can't fix themselves. You know what I'm saying? You can give everybody else this critique, but you can't critique yourself well enough to get yourself going to do some shit, do some more creative shit. And I don't want to hear I had a music you know what I'm saying, career. Nigga, like in my music world, you always a creator. Like, you don't just stop just because you might have, like, let's just say you got some big hits back in the day. You don't just stop being a music creator just because you might not be getting big placements right now. You still a creator. That don't mean you not doing something. It's just up to you to decide what you want to do next in your overall journey and not be fucking bitter about the old shit, because that's what stopped you. Mentally, you get stopped. Mentally, you still thinking about old shit and being like, God damn, man, I'm still worried about that little check I should have got. I'm still worried about that beat I made that I lost on that computer. I'm still worried about all that music I lost on that computer. You got to get over that shit. Gotta get over that shit. Gotta let that shit go. Because I experienced that. Shit, my studio got broken into in 2010. Yeah, 2010, summer 2010, my shit got kicked in. My shit got, boom, they stole all my equipment. You know what I'm saying? Took all my shit. You know what I'm saying? So I can't be sitting up here being bitter. I started over. I said, fuck it. You know what? God works in ways. He telling me that I got these. As long as I got these and I can walk and I got these eyes and I got these ears and I got this mouth, oh, we good. You know what I'm saying? We Gucci. I'm good. I'm healthy. I got my health. You know what I'm saying? I got my health and I can still be a creator. I can still be an entertainer. So sometimes it ain't all about like where you at that moment. At that moment, you might be down as a motherfucker. But at the same time, I tell you straight up, I know it from just witnessing it over and over in my own life. Man, can't nobody get you down too long if you willing to get up. Can't nobody get you down too long, man. Can't nobody get you down at all, bro. Like, if you got God, and I ain't trying to get religious over here, you know what I'm saying, or anything, but I'm just saying, if you know where your faith is, I put it like that, for anybody from any religion. If you know where your faith is, then you know what to do. You ain't crazy. Ain't nobody gonna keep you down too long. You get up and you keep moving, and you move on to the next. So I'm just saying, from what my observation and what I've seen over the last couple of months, you know what I'm saying, and this conversation, we gonna crack open a new conversation. I think hip hop right now, it's all gossip. It's all gossip. The biggest hit of the year is gossip. The biggest songs of the year, y'all ain't going to them unless it's got some type of backstory behind it, unless it's some type of gossip. hip hop has became gossip. And it didn't used to be like that. It used to be maybe you had some storytelling, maybe you had somebody telling their perspective in a certain way, in a certain art. Maybe there was a certain particular topic that they were talking about. Maybe there was a certain dance that they were talking about, and they was just trying to get the crowd going, i.e. down south bass. You know what I'm saying? They just trying to get the crowd going. Ain't no really no, you know what I'm saying, no political message or whatever. I'm just telling her to do this, do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get this party going. This ain't for you to listen to at home with grandma. This at the party. You know what I'm saying? This ain't for you to listen to at home with your cousin now. This at the party. So like this just to keep the crowd going. So I say on a hip hop level, we gotta think that it shouldn't be all about gossip, because it wasn't always all about gossip. It was a time where hip hop really was about like some form of like expression of substance, and like some heavy substance. You know what I'm saying? And the titles and the words, they had way more weight. Y'all think y'all was entertained with what y'all heard with this little gossip from Kendrick and Drake. That's how it felt for every hip hop song that came out at like midway in hip hop, like mid 80s, early 90s, mid 90s. That's how every hip hop song felt. The way y'all felt when y'all got excited about this goddamn beef is the way we felt back in the day about every hip hop album and every hip hop drop. We went to the store and bought the shit. So all y'all out there is like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? You know, what up? You know what I'm saying? All y'all out there that's like, yeah, man, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? This beef or whatever, it's cool. I like the storyline too. I follow it like a motherfucking soap opera too, but at the same time, from my observation, hip hop has just became like a big gossip column. You know what I'm saying? It's became world star hip hop. Who knocking the next nigga out? Because without that shit, ain't nobody really releasing no records that we are deeming as quality. Did nobody support the last couple of hip hop albums that came over the last couple of months? Everybody just been, anytime Kendrick dropped, they supported. Anytime Drake dropped, they supported. So it like hip hop has become gossip. You know what I'm saying? And that's just my broad take on it. I might just be speaking from somebody who just kind of really been out of it as far as doing production. So I ain't really been creating no hip hop. I just really just been creating R&B and just working with singers. But at the same time, from my observation of me just being a listener, me observing it, it's becoming a situation where it is seeming like it's gossip. Like it's becoming a point where it seems like it's gossip. Like hip hop is becoming a gossip column. It's only based on if somebody is really making something, I'd say, if they making something that's gonna be against a certain group of people, or going to talk against a certain group of people. Why you think all these drill rappers making a lot of circulation online? They posting up videos, they talking about this person, they talking about that person, they making a song about it. Other people follow it, they getting clout, they posting up with guns, blah blah blah. Like that's the only promotion that hip hop got right now. Hip hop ain't even got no like, goddamn man, I can just put up a bunch of posters and like get my name out there, and then people will be attracted from that, and then they'll come support. It ain't even on their level. It ain't even on their level. Like, so, like, it's sad, but it's the truth. Hip hop has became gossip. And most of y'all out there, y'all hip hop producers, y'all are having problems and issues because whatever song you make, if it ain't connected to some gossip, people ain't gonna take it as real music. That's sad. You know what I'm saying? That's sad. But it's like that. It's almost like, to be honest with y'all, it's almost like they don't take y'all serious at all. They don't take y'all serious. They don't take hip hop serious. They can't. You feel me? They can't. You know what hip hop is in sports? Let me tell you what hip hop is in sports. Hip hop is motherfucking golf. And like Live Nation and all the big record labels, when they pick all the big people, it's almost like a it ain't like the PGA because people get paid off the PGA, but they get paid mostly off their prize money and they get paid off their sponsorship. But the fucking what is it, the live tour, whatever, them motherfuckers be getting straight out contracts, 100 million, 150 million. You feel me? But it's some money coming from some foreign investments. But at the same time, that's the same thing at the top, UMG or whoever. The money is coming from some type of foreign investment to invest in the big major acts, the big major artists. So when they invest in these major artists, it's like the live tournament. But the whole system don't have enough steam to where that shit can be on prime time. There ain't never been no prime time goddamn golf tournament until fucking Live did that shit. But they paying a lot of money to do that shit because they just paying the biggest golfers to come out and use a name, image, and likeness on the actual tour. But it ain't like no hip hop, like hip hop is like the NFL, to where they feel like every night of the week. Now, the NFL would be in a music genre. The NFL would be popular music, like all the Taylor Swift stuff, all of that stuff, all of the like just the mainstream, any country mainstream person, you know what I'm saying, any pop person. That's the NFL. Hip hop, that shit golf. That shit ain't even soccer, nigga. That shit ain't even American soccer. That shit golf, nigga. Don't nobody really watch golf like that. It's a small spectator sport, but everybody care about it though. When Tiger Woods win the championship, everybody care about it. They'll report on it, and everybody care about the Masters and everything. And it's big, and it still generate money, but it take a lot of money to pool in it. And it take a lot of care of all the lawn care and all that. You got to set up and everything or whatever. You got to do all this shit to make this sport great. You know what I'm saying? It takes more money to be a golfer individually at a young age than it would take to be a football player. If you capable of doing either or sport, it takes more money to play golf than it does to goddamn play football or basketball. Basketball, that's why we got a lot of basketball players that just play, because it's a basketball court freaking everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So the sport is accessible. You know what I'm saying? So like country would be like goddamn baseball. You ain't get rid of that shit. That shit is American, goddamn ingrained in American history. Yeah, country is like MLB baseball. And the motherfuckers get paid a lot of money. And you like, goddamn, they getting paid a lot to do what? Just to play a guitar? But they playing the hell out of that guitar though. You can't do it. So yeah. You gotta think about that. Hip hop is like golf. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop need this gossip to stay alive. And I think that's an issue with, you know what I'm saying, hip hop will be on its last leg if y'all really think that all the drama is what's gonna keep it alive. It ain't gonna be enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't gonna be enough. It ain't even enough niggas to get into it with each other in the streets. You know what I'm saying? For that shit to stay alive. And people will get numb to it to the point where it's like, this shit ain't even like, you still gotta make great music. You still gotta do a concert. You still gotta entertain. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference between like making music and being an entertainer and being entertaining. Making music and being entertaining is two different things. Because if I make elevator music, just straight instrumental stuff for banks to listen to, or the answer machine, that shit ain't got to be entertaining. It just got to be just got to be constant. It's just got to be something going on the other side that's melodic, that somebody picked out. It ain't got to be entertaining. That's two different things. Being an entertainer and making music. You know what I'm saying? That's the next conversation. That's two different things. Everybody get online and act like they goddamn personality is entertaining and they personality ain't. Cause they can't really do what most people do. They might not have a good personality when they look at themselves on camera. They ain't got no type of, I hate to say it, they ain't got no type of swag. They might be from some quarter of the United States to where they swag and whatever they do, it's kind of stiff. You know what I'm saying? It ain't what people was vibrating on at the time, unless they sell it really well. But most people that's from like certain places of the United States, and I ain't finna call nobody out on it, but certain people from the United States or even overseas, sorry to say, but you got to have a person, you got to have some type of personality. It's like Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker got way more personality than, let's just say, I'm trying to name a noble person. Like, he got way more personality than, let's just say, like Mitt Romney. But Mitt Romney, on a scale of like actually like making things happen in like business, is way more successful than Chris Tucker. But Chris Tucker got a way better personality. And there ain't no knocking on Mitt Romney. Mitt Romney just ain't meant to be an entertainer. And that's the one thing y'all need to understand. Some of y'all got to understand when y'all can identify yourselves as an entertainer. If that shit ain't entertaining and you like, don't nobody want to see this shit because I don't want to see this shit, then that shit ain't hot, nigga. Take that shit down. That shit ain't rocking. You know what I'm saying? That's my advice. That shit hot, that shit hot. That shit ain't entertaining. Take that shit the fuck down. Like, you know what I'm saying? And if you can't get your personality to be, you know what I'm saying, inviting for what people inviting in, then you might have to make some personality adjustments. But to be honest, the only way you do that is to get your ass on camera. Real talk. I got a whole video about that. Get your ass on camera, nigga. Like, YouTube is made to communicate between us about information, about giving good person, like, your perspective is needed. I don't give a damn where you from. You know what I'm saying? And it might be a language barrier, but you might need to speak in your own language and let a caption translator translate it in English, and then somebody on the other side can, you know what I'm saying, we'll definitely listen to it. So I don't even think that should be you know, I don't think that should even be excuse anymore. But I think you should definitely like know what's the difference between you looking entertaining and you not being entertaining. Your ass on there and you worry about, I'm, you know what I'm saying, I got worried about cussing. And it's like, well, that's a part of my personality. Well, then, goddamn it, you need to cuss. Fuck that shit. Well, I ain't gonna get monetized. Who gives a fuck? It's a difference. You can get on here and try to make some content, or are you on here trying to be entertaining? Because I'm on here, I'm trying to be entertaining at all times. I don't give a damn what I'm doing. Music, art, whatever. I'm trying to be entertaining. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my goal. You can take it as you want to. You might got videos. You might have seen videos of me cussing your favorite motherfucking producer out on a motherfucking live. I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a fuck. That video got more views than more shit on their channel. So I know that it's about entertaining. They come to see the entertainer regardless of what it is. That's the one thing y'all gotta take out of y'all head, is like, that's the difference between making music and being entertaining. Because when it come out of that studio, that shit better be entertaining. Because ain't nobody finna fucking fuck with that shit if that shit ain't entertaining them. That's just real spit. You can take it as you want to. You can take it harsh. You can take it to being mean. Take it as me being an asshole. If that shit ain't fucking entertaining and that shit don't move people ain't fucking moving, man, take that shit the fuck down. I go by that moniker for myself. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what level of critique y'all get yourselves, but I go by that. If that shit ain't entertaining, that shit ain't banging, take that shit the fuck down. That shit gotta be entertaining. If I don't want to see it, if I know I don't want to see my goddamn self, why the fuck somebody else want to see me? Like, think about that shit. If I don't want to see my motherfucking self, why the fuck somebody else want to see me? Think about that. Think about that. So, yeah, it's about being entertaining. I don't give a fuck if you seen me cussing somebody out, me cussing, me acting a fool. I don't give a motherfuck. I'm entertaining. I'm here to entertain regardless if I'm giving information, regardless of whatever. Because guess what? Most of y'all ain't gonna listen unless I sell it in a way of being entertaining, unless you really want to hear me. If I'm on here like, in the music production, I think you should have like your compressor set to this level, and then man, nobody want to hear that shit. Tell me, let me know what the fuck. Like, let me know. Tell me like if you were telling me as your homeboy. Be like, hey, bro, that compression, you don't even need to put that shit straight on that motherfucker, dog. Yeah, you ruining that shit. Put that shit to the side, bro. Yeah, put it to the side, bro. I'm telling you, put that shit to the side. You can do whatever you want to, then mix that motherfucker back in. You need to be telling me like a real homeboy. You don't need to be telling me like no goddamn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you trying to be too conservative. Like, you trying to be too, that shit ain't entertaining. That shit's some bullshit. You gotta sell it to me. Like, you gotta give it to me. Like, I don't give a damn what I'm doing, when I'm doing it, how I'm doing it. It might come off as passionate. It might even come off to some people as being combative. And to be honest, I've been on Zoom calls where motherfuckers thought I was combative with them. And I'm like, nigga, I'm not being combative with you. I would talk to you like this in real life. It ain't like I'm finna fight you or nothing like that. Like, I ain't finna fight you. Like, what the fuck? Like, you take it as me talking about some nerd shit. We talking about music, right? We talking about technical shit in music. So you take it as me talking about some nerd shit and me talking passionate about some nerd shit, some technical shit. You feel like you want to fight. Nigga, you really let me know what the fuck your mind is. That shit is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That shit is bitter. If anybody do that to you, they like, oh, they online and you like, I'm just sharing something passionate about some nerd ass shit. What's up? Pakistan, what's up, man? I'm sharing some nerd ass shit. Some nerdy ass shit. And you online, you wanna resort to being mean or evil. Then I don't know what you on. Because I thought we was on some nerd. I thought we both was nerds. You taking it onto some you trying to be a gangster and all that. Ain't nobody believing in none of that shit in the first place. So if anybody on here come at you or whatever trying to be like, oh man, whatever, you like, bro, you just bitter. You bitter from something. It's something it ain't me. It ain't me. It definitely ain't me. You ain't mad at me. I ain't done nothing. It definitely ain't that. You know what I'm saying? You is motherfucking bitter. You bitter. And especially if I have a different of opinion towards you. And especially if I have a different of opinion towards you about my own motherfucking career that I know more about than you. That's the fucked up thing. Oh, so I ain't supposed to have no type of objection to nobody that I'm talking to on a Zoom call that got something, information that they got wrong about my career and what they think about my career and what they think I need to do, which is cool. Everybody got their opinion. But I ain't supposed to feel no type of motherfucking way about somebody coming at me on a fucking Zoom call about what I should do about my career that they don't know the past, present, or future about it. They just know me as producer 1, producer 2, producer Maximus. That's the only thing they know me about. Nigga, you don't know me from nothing else. You know what I'm saying? You might have heard a little bit of my music, but at the same time, you got ears, nigga. If you heard a little bit of my music, my shit ain't on no bullshit to the point to where I'm talking about it like, oh yeah, I'm just talking outside of my neck. Yeah, it really ain't like that. No, nigga, for real. That shit sound good. You know what I'm saying? So, like, if it didn't sound good, I wouldn't even be on this camera talking like this. Man, I have a whole motherfucking channel about something completely different. I'll really be on something. But I'm really on here because there's a lot of people that's against me on this online space because they mad at me because I'm trying to help. And I'm just giving information. I'm giving information. I'm giving swag. I'm being entertaining. I'm being whatever that I could be on this channel for whoever watching. And whoever watching and they appreciate me, I salute y'all. I'm going to keep this up. I'm going to keep giving y'all lives. I'm going to keep talking my shit. And I ain't going to let nobody motherfucking stop me. So y'all will keep getting this shit. Y'all will keep getting these gems, these jewels. If y'all getting gems and jewels from it, even if I'm talking to one person, because all I need to reach is one person per video. If I don't reach nobody in the video, then I'll feel some type of way. But as long as I reach one person and make one person feel some type of way, we good. We Gucci. That's all I'm going to do. Y'all know what it is. Tell me what y'all motherfucking think down low. I'm about to be out. That was a good ass motherfucking live. I'm out. Peace.